Welcome to the channel. We're in Pioneertown and we're headed to Burns Canyon Road, and we're going to take that up to the Big Bear area. So let's get on with the trip. This is Rimrock right here. The trail should be coming up in about half a mile. So we're on Burns Canyon Road. The first sign that you come to says private property next 10 miles or next 7 miles, I think it was. And it just says, you know, the speed limit's 10 miles an hour, but it doesn't say keep out, so it's kind of interesting. Some blind corners, huh? And those are Joshua trees. So this trail is super easy. Yeah, we're in two-wheel drive. We haven't been in four-wheel drive the entire time. If it was muddy, it'd probably be a different story. And then I know when we get closer to Big Bear Lake, if it was during the winter, we would encounter snow. But it hasn't rained for months, so it's completely dry. And it's just bumpy, it's ruddy. And we didn't even air down. We've been kind of contemplating whether or not we should, so we get a little smoother ride. But then, you know, it's part being lazy than having to air back up. And it's not that bad, it's just a little ruddy. And not a lot of, or really hardly any rocks of any size on the road. It's just hard packed dirt that's got a lot of ruts in it. And right here it's actually a little smoother.
It's stuff on forever.
I wonder how far we are from Big Bear from here. But I don't know. Do you want to stop here? I mean,
yeah, we could stop here.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll move the vehicle a little bit.
We could just camp out right there.
Thought about bringing an umbrella, and then didn't.
We could just like eat in the. Eat right here.
The proverbial fork in the road. And we're going that way. and we think that's the right way to go to get to Big Bear. And there is that sign, as long as somebody didn't mess with it. I should have downloaded the trail apps, but I checked it out, watched some videos of other people that came up here, and was convinced that really it would be very hard to make a wrong turn. But I don't know. It can always be a little sketchy. There's a lot of different ways to go. So there's not a shade spot to be had. So it's not really that hot. I mean, it's in the 90s, but the wind is blowing and it doesn't feel that hot. It's kind of weird. But so we're having a gourmet meal in the Jeep. What's on the menu?
Pastrami sandwiches with mustard and spinach.
About to explode. How it filled up because of the altitude change. It's really nice. Yucca Valley, Rimrock. Rimrock is that away. And I have no idea what's that away. Or what's that away, for that matter. But that away is Big Bear, we think. Still, we've only seen just a couple of vehicles out here. It's really beautiful. Joshua trees all over the place. Yeah, it's getting a little more rocky. Before it was a little more like, you know, kind of silty dirt. This is definitely getting a little more rocky. We still are in two-wheel drive. We never locked into four-wheel drive. And as long as we don't get lost and stay on Burns Canyon Road, 2N02, I don't think we're going to need it. Imagine they get some water through here. When I say need it, I mean four-wheel drive. What was Pioneertown, about 2 hours from LA?
Yeah.
Basically?
Yeah.
And it's out near, we were...
Yeah, from LA.
Palm Desert, Palm Springs. And then once we got off the 10, that was the last interstate we were on, right?
62.
And then we got on the 62, which was 29 Palms, I think.
Correct.
You like going solo better, or going with a big group of other Jeeps?
I don't know. This was fine because like we could stop when we want. I don't know, but it is nice to go with other people too. But
The one big benefit is if you break down, you got
yeah.
somebody there. Oh my gosh, a shady spot. Let's stop. Wow. Is this the first shady spot in like 2 hours?
it feels like, yeah. First big tree.
Oh, so this is the lunch place right here.
I'm gonna put this in the back.
This reminds me of Moab, that one area that we went through that was like, you know, silty dirt. This is more of the same. We're back to the hard rock. My advice to anyone that's going to do this is I would air down. We didn't, and now we don't want to because we're almost done. But a lot of it is pretty bumpy. Right now it's pretty good, but it did get pretty rocky too. So I think airing down's worth the time, worth the hassle. Get a little smoother ride.
actually, what stop when you get a chance. Let me show you something. So we're heading this way, but this is 2N02, so somehow we got off of it. But if we double back,
are you serious?
No, it wasn't long ago, but because now we're heading boom, 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 boom. Who knows where?
You sure?
And then this way. I guess we could maybe it still goes this way. I don't know.
What's this road called?
2N02 would have been the faster way, but somehow we got off of it. Now, since I have it on here, we won't miss it because I was able to get Wi-Fi now.
Wow, I don't know how that happened. All right, it's Baldwin Lake down there on the left, and then beyond that is Big Bear Lake, right?
Yep.
So we're almost at the end. We got momentarily confused because one of the maps online we were using had 2N202 or in,
yeah,
is it
2N02?
Yeah, they had it like you made a left, but it had rocks on it that you couldn't go over for sure, and it looked like that was an old path or something. But anyway, we passed it and then realized, and we doubled back and we checked it out and thought there's no way you can go that way. So this is the right way to go. We're not going to be trapped up here forever. I don't think.
There's houses right there.
Yeah. So that's Baldwin Lake that's basically dry, right?
Yeah.
The whole thing?
Right.
Crazy.
So this is the funny thing. This is where the road ends.
Right here?
Yeah.
Where we're at right now?
Yeah, according to this, but you know, but it's gonna continue. So. And then there's neighborhoods just around this bend, I guess. Or...
So you could walk in and get help while I drink a beer?
Yes.
Okay.
There's no beer in here though. There is a bottle of wine.
Well, I think, you know, how would you evaluate this trail?
It was easy. I think it was easy. Like, not super crazy easy, but like, you know, but no, I wouldn't even say it was moderate. It was
totally
less
easy.
than moderate.
I think
it was less than moderate.
There was nothing
Easier
technical at all.
Correct.
And we never put it in four-wheel drive, so we were in two-wheel drive the whole time. The only thing about it is it's bumpy, you know, and we elected not to air down, which I think was a mistake. So if I did it again, I would definitely air down. It's worth taking the time to do that and get a little smoother ride. But I mean, I think it was really pretty. You saw a lot of Joshua trees, and then you go up and you see more evergreens, and so, and to do this in the winter, so when you leave from the desert, you wouldn't be in the snow, obviously, but then when you started getting some elevation, you'd be in the snow, and then for one, it would be a lot smoother ride in the snow. So I think that'd be a fun time to do it, is during the winter, if it's not too bad. I mean, I don't know. Depends on, I mean, we don't normally get that much snow where it would be too bad, I don't think. I think we're almost out of here. I've said that before.
After we see the house in the little blow-up pool there.
Yeah. And the neatest part about today, I think, is that there weren't very many people out here. So if there were a lot of places where you'd have to back up. We had to back up once. So actually, in the middle of the week, I think was pretty good. So we're in civilization. And we'll be in Big Bear City in a few minutes.
Yeah, about 15.
And we'll be getting
actually city maybe in about 8 minutes.
We'll be getting some avocado bombs at our brewing company. Just what's needed after a long trail ride, huh? An avocado bomb is coming. All right, we're up in Big Bear at Big Bear Lake, and so we took Burns Canyon Road from the desert down in the Joshua Tree area all the way up to Big Bear Lake. Behind me is Big Bear Lake. We enjoyed the ride. It was a little bumpy. We probably should have aired down, but other than that, it was about 3 hours with lunch and really a lot of beautiful vistas. So we had a good time. We're glad we did it, and I hope you enjoyed it as well. Please subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.